Entering, uniform name option is set to home gang green. Ready.
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Utah State Aggies, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Utah State lined up, ready to deliver the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Oregon Ducks offense will have the ball first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving.
Oh, he's got some space. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Ducks!
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Utah State's offense will go to work for the first. Rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the second.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this offense comes out first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with 2.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost when you're on the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
Power up, iPhone, close.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense.
Categories.
And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. The give to the tailback. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
Give to the running back. Past the first down marker and still running. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Pulls it in. It's Tremble. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Subcategories option is set to 5WR 10 plays. You have 10 options. Shotgun is selected. 5WR. There are 24 categories.
And the Ducks will snap it on first and 10.
Is selected.
Motion from the wideout. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts that they will take the penalty. After the flag, first and 15 for this offense. Might be changing the route. He's looking to pass. Makes the catch. It's Roach. Turning it on. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. They'll move the wide receiver.
Post. Post. Short cross.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Entering play call. 5. Formation. There are 8 categories. There are 24 subcategories. Option is set to 5WR. 10 plays. You have 10 option. Coach suggestions. There are 8 formation. There are 8 categories. There are 24. Choose a player to read. Formation. There are 8 categories. 5WR. There are 24 categories.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal.
Short cross.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Short cross.
The Ducks are threatening on first and goal.
Short cross. Short cross. Post set.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. He's got him. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. It's complete on the right side. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Cover 3 match.
And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for room. It's Malone. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
This Utah State offense has it going. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Always a welcome play for the defense. They get a sack at the 47. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
Shotgun.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats.
Entering from auction is 5WR. There are 24
so they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback.
You got to be so careful, too, Dave, because on third and long, they're playing their nickel now. They've got extra DBs on the field. Those windows are going to open and close really, really quickly. I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage, too, because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with this decision.
16 options. Choose Blues. FKF. FD dive.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Fires left. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. Hits it up for the first down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
6 categories.
I think it's easy to say, run the option, run the option. Well, you got to be able to see it quickly and make quick decisions. Nice job by the QB, getting the ball to his playmaker. He catches it. He can do the rest. Takes it to the house for 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was...
There he goes! He's in the plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive.
Oh, a lot of space. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll bounce it. Touchdown, Ducks!
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Under fire. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterbacks.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat in. Down he goes again. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Makes the grab. It's Malone. At the 45 on its way. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Under 7 cat. Option double mid blitz.
You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Looking downfield on 1st down. Wide open downfield. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. To the air on 1st down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got rid of it just in time.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Good, right down the boulevard.
Entering play.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense.
You have choose a new player. You have 21 option. Choose a player. Option is set to shot. Choose a new player. Choose the player to formation. There are 8 categories. 5 WR. There are 24
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Makes the catch. It's Roach. At the 40, there he goes. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
He might want another play. Wide receiver going in motion.
Short cross.
Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
There are 6 categories.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Malone.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Nickel. Big. Option is option 3. Mid blitz.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. One more snap coming before halftime. He'll set up to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. Get our confidence going. We just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. And down he goes back at the 3.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. He might just try to keep it away from this guy after a house call came after the first punt. He'll field it close to the 50. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Entering play call.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He wants to change this route. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Number 4 drop field.
Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
Entering play call. Edge with 0.
And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the catch. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
August. Cover 1, cover 2 man.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
40.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback. All game long, he's been under duress. You got to give the defense a ton of credit.
He's got it. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. This Utah State offense has it going. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Sims. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Aggies.
Entering play call.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. I know when a guy's thrown 3 interceptions, it's not good, but everything hasn't been bad. They've moved the ball a little bit. They just keep self-destructing. Looking to throw on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Short cross.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Zings it complete to the right. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. The Ducks want to crank the tempo.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that.
He's got it. There he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. A great catch and run for 6.
Entering play ball.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. UCF is in front. They've played awfully well today, and while there's no Dante Culpepper out there, this group is hanging tough. They're up by 7 over James Madison. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one.
Call 3 high. Nickel. Option. Mid blitz.
So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. The short hands, it's Schmidt. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what
brings it in down the left side. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
There are 6 categories.
Utah State up-tempo.
And I don't know how the offense was able to come up with that one, guys, but 4th and long, and they find a way. Everybody on defense had their eyes on the quarterback, but he was still able to just give his guy a chance, put it near his body. He makes a phenomenal effort and grab, and they keep the drive alive.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Just outside the red zone, if they pick up the 1st down, they'll spot it at the 22. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Utah State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage at games like this right here.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring margin. Now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They'll start this drive with a pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Tremble. And he murders into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Option is field goal. There are 6 categories.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. Only reason you can think of for the onside kick here is they want to stick it to him. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Quick release by the QB. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Fires toward the end zone. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense.
Short cross.
Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's a heat. And they say this is a game of inches, just a few more inches in the field of play, and it would have been a big gain. Instead, it's incomplete. Behind the chains now on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This one's complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Looking downfield on first down. The tight end finds a soft spot. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Option is set. 5 dual mid-screens.
And the Ducks will snap it on first and 10. Wants to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D. Now facing a third and long.
Vertical Y shake is selected.
From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Max protect.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator. Try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. To the air on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Holding.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Looking to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. To the air on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Sims. They'll immediately call timeout.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
A strike downfield. Speeding down the left side. Run out of bounds after the long game, and they've got it now 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except for ticket holder.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Pressure coming. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Utah State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
There are 6 categories.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
Inside, wing. Spot team. QBs, spot team.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They want to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Back to pass on second down. He's not afraid to go deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly, push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
Shallow screen, 5WR.
After the missed connection, it's third down for this offense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating the...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's going to go down as time has run out. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics,